Excuse me, Miss Bingham?
Miss Rivlin. Miss Rivlin, thank you for coming.
4 years ago, you convinced me to dig up my daughter's body, and then you didn't show up at the cemetery.
Oh, let me explain.
I almost did it because of you. And now you ask me to your office right before the execution?
Well, there were extenuating circumstances.
My baby is dead. You can go to hell. I heard about the bite marks. The prosecutor explained how they're not good evidence.
No, that's true. But we know that this bite mark was from someone who clearly wasn't wearing braces.
Matthew is guilty. He has to be guilty or they wouldn't be executing him.
Since 1973, 140 people in the United States have been cleared while on death row.
Miss Rivlin, we didn't know your daughter. We can only imagine your pain. If Matthew committed this crime, he will pay for it. But if he didn't, what would your daughter want you to do here?
Matthew had braces.
Yes, he did.
You really think he's innocent?
I really think it's worth finding out.
All right.
Your Honor, I hold the lab results on the DNA from the crime scene.
We've been through all this.
I know, and as you know, there was a jailhouse snitch who testified in trial that my client confessed to him.
He had details of the crime he could have only gotten from your client.
Well, there is another way. The reason the snitch knew the intimate details of the crime is because...
It's because the snitch is the real killer.
What she said.
That's outrageous.
Yes, but absolutely true. After the private lab ran the DNA analysis against Matthew Thomas and didn't get a match, the lab sent the DNA sample to the FBI crime lab.
And the DNA is a match to Scott Moore, the snitch.
I'd like to see the report.
Tracy Rivlin was murdered 4 years ago on June 2nd. At that time, the snitch, Scott Moore, was not in jail. Rather, he was living in Simi Valley, 20 minutes from where Tracy's body was found. On June 17th, Mr. Moore was arrested on an unrelated charge. Mr. Moore knew the intimate details of that murder, not because my client ever spoke with him, but because he committed that crime.